Colorado state representative has publicly said she was sexually assaulted during a Lyft ride last year. And today, the district attorney has charged a man for the crime. It's a story that's new at noon. Thanks for joining us. I'm Lauren Scafidi. 42-year-old Muhammad Ali Mukadirov is now wanted for arrest on felony unlawful sexual contact charge. He's accused of assaulting Representative Jenny Wilford in North Glen in February of 2024. The district attorney's office says the man allegedly acted as a Lyft driver while using the vehicle and Lyft account of another person at the time. Representative Wilford is also suing Lyft over the incident. Douglas County authorities are looking for other possible victims of a school teacher accused of sexually assaulting a child. 49-year-old David File of Littleton, who works at Roxborough Intermediate School, was arrested yesterday. The school district tells us he's now on leave from the school. He's also being held without bond. A man who was reported as suspicious is dead this afternoon after an officer in Aurora shot and killed him. It all developed in a parking lot near DIA yesterday. 9 News reporter Courtney Yoon has been working to get us more answers.
We still have a lot of unanswered questions, including whether the suspect had a weapon on him before an officer shot and killed him. We're also asking for more information on the timeline specifics, including at what point did the officer shoot at the man. Aurora police say it all started when an employee at the parking spot called 911 to report a suspicious person in the lot. The caller said the person was trespassing and trying to get into the cars there. APD says once an officer arrived, the man was somewhat combative and appeared to be under the influence or mentally unwell. Police say the man didn't listen to the officer's directions. Aurora Police Chief Todd Chamberlain says it appears the officer tased the man, but it didn't stop him. At some point, the officer was pulled to the ground and some equipment on the officer's belt was removed and scattered, but the officer was never unarmed. Police say the officer was able to get up, get the man off of him, and then the officer shot and killed him. Chief Chamberlain says the officer's body-worn camera, along with parking lot surveillance video, will help shed light on what happened.
The officer was able to get back up, get the suspect off of him, continue to verbalize with him, and at some point during that contact and that verbalization, an officer-involved shooting occurred.
The officer was taken to the hospital with minor injuries. APD says the officer who shot the man has been with the department for the last 4 years. In Aurora, Courtney Yoon, 9 News.
The woman accused of shooting another woman inside Main Event in Highlands Ranch had her bond lowered. Nevaeh Crowley Sanders can now get out of the Douglas County Jail as she posts a $250,000 bond. It was $1 million before yesterday's late afternoon court appearance. She's accused of shooting an acquaintance in the bathroom after a fight back in February. The victim survived her injuries. Crowley Sanders faces 104 counts, including attempted murder and assault. New numbers show significant drops in murder and robbery cases in both Denver and Aurora. Numbers compiled by the Major Cities Chiefs Association show in Denver, homicides are down 58% through the first 3 months of the year. That's compared to the same time in 2024. Denver has reported 10 homicides so far this year, compared to 24 last year. It's a similar story in Aurora. Homicides are down from 11 to 7. That's a 36% drop.
Homicides are down over 40%. Non-fatal shootings are down over the last couple of years, double digits. But you might not necessarily feel safe as you're living in Denver.
Police acknowledge that increasing the perception of safety with more officers and more patrols is important in making people feel safe, and that is what they are trying to do. Well, we expect to have another sizzler of a day out there, but we've got some serious cloud cover out there. So will these clouds stifle some of the anticipated heat? Well, Keely Chalmers has all of our answers. Hey, Keely.
Yeah, well, one answer, step outside, you'll feel the heat. It is already warming up nicely. Made it up to 86 degrees for a high yesterday. We'll likely make it up to 86 degrees, if not 87 degrees. Now, again, a record high for this time of the year is 90. Doesn't look like at this point we'll get to there, but yeah, we're already at 83 degrees. You know, our normal high for this time of the year is 70 degrees. So already today we're 13 degrees above normal. Winds calm right now out at DIA, but they will be picking up certainly as we head into the evening hours and into the 10 o'clock hour as well. Live radar, we're quiet. We are seeing a little bit of precipitation. That's it all across the northern regions, the northern mountains right now, possibly an isolated storm across the northern plains. We do have a wind advisory for the western slope for those winds gusting up to 55 miles per hour. That goes all day today, but again, those winds picking up across the plains as well as the Front Range as we head into the afternoon hours. So partly cloudy, 87 degrees our forecast high for today, but again, those winds out of the south-southwest gusting up to 25 miles per hour. So near record heat today. Isolated storms in the forecast again for the northern plains tonight and for the northern mountains and northern plains tomorrow. And fire danger does increase as well with those winds. We'll talk more about that and a little bit of a cool down in our forecast coming up in your full forecast in just a bit.
Thank you so much, Keely. Owners of the women's professional soccer team coming to Denver will have the $70 million needed to buy land for the new stadium. Denver City Council members gave the green light for the money yesterday. The team's ownership plans to build the stadium at I-25 and Broadway. The deal lays out the framework for the plan, but it is not a done deal just yet. City Council also has to vote to rezone the land, and if members deny that, the city can get the money back. So for now, the team's owners have only passed the first hurdle. The City Council also unanimously approved a land swap deal involving the former Park Hill Golf Course. The city will buy the property, and the company they're buying it from will get the land it wants near the airport. The city plans to turn the 155-acre site into an open space by the end of the summer, but a long-term vision is still being developed. The Trump administration wants to resume deporting nearly 200 Venezuelan migrants who are now detained in Texas, and the White House has asked the Supreme Court to allow it. The court filing shows the Justice Department claims the detainees are associated with the Venezuelan street gang Tren de Aragua and that they have, quote, proven to be especially dangerous to maintain in prolonged detention. The High Court would need to lift the pause it ordered last month. The Supreme Court has not said if it would deny or accept that request.